So I end up having to have surgery for the fibroids. And they did what they call a laparoscopy. A laparoscopy is where they go inside around your navel. They do 3 incisions and they go in and they check out the status of the fibroids. They don't remove them, but they check out the status of the fibroids. And so as they got in, it was more confirmation that there were actually 3 fibroids, but they was really growing really quickly. And I thought it was strange because my cycle kind of changed. It went from 1 week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to 4 weeks. And maybe I would skip 1 or 2 days out the month of having a period. But most of the time I stayed on my cycle. I had pads in my car, pad when I was working at my desk, pads in my purse. Even at one time I ended up using pad and a tampon just to catch the collection of blood that was really flowing really heavily, not knowing that the more you flow, the more it reduces your iron and it takes your iron levels down. And so after I end up getting a laparoscopy, they end up wanting to schedule a surgery, which is called a myomectomy. And a myomectomy is just a removal of the fibroids. It's not a partial hysterectomy or anything. It's just going in and to remove the fibroids. And so I'm going to fast forward this story a little bit. So I end up scheduling for the myomectomy, and they kept giving these pregnancy tests. And I asked the doctor why, and they said, we have to make sure you're not pregnant. I could tell them I'm not pregnant. Well, lo and behold, I was curious, so I went home that day. I had my sister and a girlfriend next door go to Walgreens and get me a home pregnancy test. And upon discovery, it came out positive. Now, I had my papers to go in surgery for the next day to check in and have the fibroids removed. I had to call my doctor and tell them I took a home pregnancy test and it came up positive. The next day, they canceled surgery. I went back in. They did a blood pregnancy test, and that test came up positive. So they sent me to an ultrasound, and what they discovered was there was 3 fibroids. And the only way the pregnancy test came up positive is one of the fibroids shifted a little bit, which gave them the diagnosis that I was pregnant. But the 3rd fibroid was directly on top of the baby. And if I hadn't been in surgery, they probably would have had to close me back up on that discovery. We'll talk soon.